Where am I from? Hey, you ever played Dark Age of Camelot? Play Dark Age of Camelot. It's I don't know. It's 11 p.m. where I'm at, man. East Coast, Toronto. Yeah, man. I played Dark Age of Camelot, and truth be told, that was the game that broke me, in a good way. But prior to Dark Age of Camelot, I was a huge Ultima Online player, addict, like lifer. Like I mean, that was absolutely the biggest priority in my life. University was like second, and Stacy and every like family. It's like EQ was number one, and prior to that, UO is what kind of got me into that kind of culture that took over real life and became virtual life. That transitioned into EQ, um, and then that transitioned to Dark Age of Camelot. For I don't know, I can't even remember why. Conflict with some guilds and raiding. So, and Dark Age of Camelot came out, and at this point, like I was used to playing 18 hours a day, like I mean, being totally robotic, and we had oh god, man, like we had like a 10 monitor setup in the pad. It was 3 of us. Like we were pretty hardcore back in university, and oh my god, man, like we were just machines, dude. So Dark Age of Camelot came out, and just as a matter of fact, like I can't remember the class or anything. It was I was a little gnome-ish dude. I was an archer, and yeah, I was like the highest level in the world for quite a while. As far as I know, I did not know of anyone higher through the channels that we had available to us. Certainly highest on my server, that much by 3 levels, and yeah, man. I just fucking grinded that shit out. It was a different era. Like if Twitch existed back then, I would have had such a different life, like a crazy different life. I was just born way ahead of my time, and now I'm too old to do that shit because my back go. Like I can only like sit down like for like 3-4 hours at a time, and that's like pushing it. And then I'm like, fuck, I gotta go lay down, cut the grass or something. But yeah, man, did it, but only early. So anyways, yeah, that's what we started talking about. So anyways, so there I was, and I was in solid black dyed clothing, which was like exorbitantly expensive, and took all this stuff to do. And I remember that there was like resentment from the townspeople, the other players, when I would go shop or hit the town, because they like just couldn't believe that I was already in solid black. That there was like, it was like absurd because there was no pay to win. There was only time to win, right? So I had obviously timed that much to win, that it was insane, right? Even more insane that there wasn't multiple people playing the account. Like it literally was just me. But I'm just really hyper efficient. I'm like, even the paths I would take to run, like everything was very carefully considered. Everything, was always just hyper considered. And I really enjoyed being ahead of people in some way that I could. Maybe it was the peasant's way to strike back at the owner masters, man. I may not have money, but I've got time. Which is funny now that when I'm playing a game like Clash Royale, which is like not the total opposite, but I mean, like, if you have money but no time, you can like be the best, right? And in traditional MMOs, it's the person who has the most time is the best, not the most money. And I think that's why a lot of gamers value it. A lot of people value the escape of the MMOs because, unlike real life that they're faced with every day, it's like kind of like a blank slate. It's like a start over, and now you have to start your time investment from zero. You don't have any inheritance. There's no family history. There's nothing. Like, we're all starting from zero with time investment. So there's like a big appeal to that, right? But at the same time, those types of games are really shitty to people with kids and like jobs and stuff, because you don't have 12 hours a day to play. And then like the university kids and the high school kids and the even younger now, I don't know, are playing like 18 hours a day and they're fucking timing you to death, man. All the time to winners, man. Fuck. Makes those games pretty tough, man. Anyway, Never did Asheron's Call. My buddy Derek did. Always was trying to get me to it. Ultima Online still was the best game ever, and I would still play that kind of game. EQ was the treadmill. That was the first like psychologist designed suck you in and hook you. Like no consideration for the happiness of the human beings that are using their product. To the same like detachment that a drug dealer would have, like selling heroin. Totally justified, like tons of mental gymnastics involved with the shareholders and the people making them and everything. To this day, at Blizzard, World of Warcraft, all that stuff, I think there's a lot of people that aren't held accountable, but that are purposely designing product that addicts human beings and makes them prioritize a time investment into this virtual property that doesn't make any rational sense whatsoever when you step back. It's like smoking cigarettes, right? It's like, if you're not addicted to cigarettes, smoking cigarettes looks pretty fucking stupid. If you're a cigarette smoker, cigarette smoking looks like something you need to fucking do. You know what I mean? If you've never smoked cigarettes, it's very hard to understand what it means to be like addicted to something. But anyways, I'm going way off tangent here. We'll just say I think MMOs are evil. I think people that make them are evil. Or ignorant, or just naive and floating through fairyland in terms of how they make their living and what they do to people. But hey, man. Anyway, yeah, damn. I have a lot of anger about that, man. I do, and it's something people don't talk about a lot, especially in gaming culture, because gaming culture, like the whole culture of gaming, was like so nerdy and like we had to stand up for ourselves. Yeah, we're all a bunch of nerds. Yeah, cool. Okay, like we're totally past that, right? You know, now it's like an acceptable part of mainstream culture. Yeah, play games. Now I think that, you know, maybe gamers should like start thinking like maybe not everything gaming is good. Like, you know, maybe not all video games are good. Like, you know, not maybe every aspect of being a gamer is good or healthy or something you should want to be or you want to be doing. You know what I mean? Like, maybe we should be more like introspective and critical. You know, maybe it's time now. It just seemed like before we were all, you know, because again, like I'm 40, right? So like I'm like the original generation of like gamers when we were like super like, you didn't even tell people you played video games. When I grew up, man, you did not tell people you played fucking video games. That was not something that just came up in conversation, you know, lest you never want to have sex. You know what I mean? Like it just was not discussed. It's such a different time now. But you know what, man? Like I've been playing games my whole life, and I can objectively say some games are kind of shit, man, and not good for the human spirit and not good for human child development, and are really like complete sources of human time suck that just take away from planet Earth, that like if they didn't exist, that time might have been spent doing something that wasn't a complete waste of it. You know what I mean? Like anyway, can I play some Clash Royale? Yeah. Hey, Butter Bernie, man. We're not getting rewards. Anyway, man, the treadmill MMO model, I think it's the cigarettes of our time. I know it is. In fact, I'll go so far as to say, but you know, when cigarettes were first introduced to the public, like people didn't know they were bad for you. You know, it was a thing you just did, and yeah, it was cool, but whatever. But I think when we fully understand the kind of neurological damage that playing those types of games does, particularly at a young age, when it's disrupting your reward systems, right? I think the damage is bigger than most people that make them had probably considered. I hope they consider it. You know, I hope they think about the potential. But the fact that, I mean, they've literally hired psychiatrists to make it so that people kept playing World of Warcraft just kind of tells me like they know. Like I think they know. I think they know. I think they know it's a compulsion that decreases the quality of life of the user. What they want is money, man. That's what it is, man. Should be accountability, man. There it is, man. I'm not serious about life. No, but seriously. I did. But am I being serious? I don't know. Because I have no sense of self anymore, because I lost it, because I played those games. Oh, God. See, I don't even know if I'm serious anymore. I can't be serious because I have no sense of self, because they stole it from me in my development.